Welcome back. We've arrived here at the Grand Circuit. There's blue markers over here. What's going on over here? What's... Oh, no. Look who it is. Oh, let's go speak to him then. Exclamation. Oh, for the love of Adios. This is a rather unusual place for a gathering of rogues. I'm at a loss for words. Hey, what's up, Buckride? Hey, you been getting yourself into all kinds of trouble lately? Atta boy. It's been close to a week since our last meeting, no? You all look awfully exhausted. Have you fallen victim to the post-vacation blues? Yeah, I get... Hey, wait a sec! We aren't here for a small talk. What on earth are you people doing here? You should see the looks on your stupid faces. It's priceless. It's a normal reaction to seeing a couple of assassins chilling in a public place. That girl is like shockingly calm compared to her loudmouth brother. I don't see the Oathbreaker anywhere. Yeah, I'm guessing you punks aren't planning on starting shit, right? If you're just here to enjoy the local delicacies, that's fine. Good picks, by the way. The rich cocoa float, and the blue cream and chocolate rose soda, while this place's hidden gems. The hell are you going on about? I just picked this at random. Oh, do you like sweets too? A fellow sweets buff. Oh, wait, no, we are not bonding over this. I've got some questions and I want answers. First off, why in the hell are you four in the capital? Direct as always. Since when did you have a sweet tooth? I may be partially to blame for that. Partially? Entirely, more like. Wait, so the Oathbreaker willingly went back to the society? And he's meeting with its upper echelons. Said upper echelons are called the Angui, and there are 6 currently among their rank. Well, I may have mentioned this on the island, but my dear Harwood has been a little too naughty this time. We enforcers aren't required to apologize when we act out of line, but the same can't be said of the people of his station. Until that guy's done kowtowing before his master, Lucrezia and I are stuck running a daycare with these little brats. Ugh, why are we stuck doing the grunt work? Should have given this job to that ogre girl and have the golden retriever a prince. He must be talking about that crazy strong warrior from the Red Constellation. There isn't a Jaeger alive who doesn't know the core name. I swear I've heard about a runaway prince before, yeah. Red Constellation? Runaway prince? What the heck are you guys talking about? Want me to take... I think this kind of gig is perfect for a couple of old has-been enforcers like you. Oh hey, gotta ask, why are you babysitting us anyway? It's not like we're related to that hairy old fart. The only reason we haven't bailed is because we haven't been paid yet. As soon as the check clears, we're blowing this crapsicle stand. That is perfectly fine by me, but until that moment arrives, we'll be keeping you company. Trust me, I'd rather be doing literally anything else. You kids are annoying as hell. Totally get why you guys would want to give them a piece of your mind, but if you raise even a finger to them, we'll have to break your arm. Sorry, I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. You're an enforcer? Yeah, whatever. We've got bigger fish to fry anyway.
The floor is all yours. What you do from here is none of my concern. So go nuts. I'm curious whether your scheme will play out like you think it will. Should make for an interesting watch.
Speaking of bigger fish, you should see the one I caught earlier. Massive! It was in Riverside, you should have been there. The Oathbreaker hasn't been playing ball with the Garden Master since Nemeth, right? He did say he'd step aside that one time. To my knowledge, he's out of action for now. But I wouldn't take the Oathbreaker at his word. I mean, he is the Oathbreaker. Heck, for all we know, he might even have your precious 3 and 9 under his thumb. What? No. Like I said, you can never run for your past. It'll stalk you to the ends of the earth. The old 3's made himself into another man's puppet, and the old 9's chasing a guy who tossed her aside like yesterday's garbage. Tell me, doesn't that sound like a happy life? Sure doesn't to me. Okay, X. You made your point. My goodness. Say what you will. They'll find happiness someday. Haven't known them for long, but even I was struck by how close a bond those two share. It's true that they hit a roadblock. In fact, we all have obstacles in our path right now. But we will overcome ours, and Swin and Nadia will overcome theirs. Sounds like you guys know all about the shit that's going down in the capital. Too bad Mummy and Daddy's got you grounded. Have fun watching us kick ass from your little playpen. Yeah, we'll put one heck of a show on. One that you're not allowed to take part in. They really have grown. Yeah, shut up. This mushy "well overcome everything in our way" talk always makes me want to barf. Keep your puke to yourself, Ix. Anyway, I think you people are all bark and no bite, but if you want to try and prove me wrong, be my guest. I'm interested to see what ending you and the other 3 and 9 will reach. Whether it's a happily ever after or the one that leads straight to the grave. As for us, the life we led was filled with killing, and more killing. Wasn't a particular good life, nor a bad one. But now that it's over, I don't really know where we'll go from here. Haven't given our future much thought. Jorda. And that's fine. For now, you can just kick back, relax, and munch on the finest sweets in the capital while we do our thing. Once the Oathbreaker's back, you're free to put in some 4 SPGs from me. I'd be happy to take them. Only condition is that the ratted little punk has to chill the hell out. What? You think we'd give you a request? You must be totally blitzed if you think we'd do that. Hard pass. Actually, I may consider it if you tell me where to find some other good sweets. Don't start bonding. No. So, you must be a regular here, the way you knew these were hidden menu items. Yep. I've already had a taste of every dessert this place has to offer. Secret or otherwise. Speaking of hidden menu items, I've got another one for you. The cheese foam frappe. It's rich in flavor, with a depth of sweetness that'll keep you coming back for more. Try it next time, if you haven't already. You won't regret it. Wow, you're definitely no poser. I'll keep your wreck in mind. Can we wrap up this sweet tooth seminar and go already? What? You're still here? I mean, yeah. Sure, it'll be tough to pull a fast one with the sitters here, but keeping us on a leash won't change how things turn out. Someone born from the darkness will stick out like a sore thumb in a world of light. Learning that is only a matter of time. But hey, no skin off my nose. Hate to break it to you, but darkness and light don't matter a bit. Extending a hand out from between them is what we Spriggans do. Oh, and generally speaking, blabbing away when I never asked only shows how much you care inside. You really know how to rile a guy up. Got you there. Now that I think about it, letting you wander around the capital is like turning a fox loose in a chicken coop. If anyone pushes me, I'll push back, but I've got no interest in picking fights with weaklings. If Jim were around though, well, we'd already be at it. At least find a nice vacant lot away from the civvies before you duke it out. Don't get your panties in a twist. I'll settle the score with him eventually, but it ain't gonna be today. That's funny. The immovable aside, you don't seem like the type to be so courteous about putting off a grudge match 12 years in the making. Oh yeah? And what do you know about it? Beyond the basics, not much. But I did spend over half a year in Long Lai. Well, ain't that a happy coincidence? We can have you stand witness when our showdown finally happens. With every fibre of my being. Hell no! I'm told that calamity has struck your place of work. Yeah, my baby on wheels got totaled too. Won't be able to do any decent business for a while thanks to that. I remember my last visit there. It truly is a shame. Look who grew a heart all of a sudden. A shame I wasn't there to see it burn to the ground, that is. I knew there'd be a catch! And though your office was reduced to cinders, the first floor was hardly damaged at all. That, darlings, is the mark of a professional. Why, it's almost artistic. That's a unique perspective, to put it kindly. Expected Ferry to say something then, but no.
Come on in and eat your fill.
Aslan's so nice and such a gentleman, too. I spotted him earlier, and when our eyes met, he nodded right at me. No wonder his fan base has been on the rise. Nothing compares to a nice frothy beer in the cool night air. You can get as loud as you want here, too. Let it out and whoop it up.
My stuff can't be beat.
Burgers! Oh, I fancy a burger now. I'm gonna have to go up to the supermarché and get myself some burgers, some buns, some baps, some cobs. Whatever we call them over here, depending on where you are. There's loads. Balm, that's another one, isn't it? There's so many. Cobs, my area. Bread roll for those outside the UK. I couldn't manage another sip once I heard all the crashing and screaming from the track yesterday. That there weren't any casualties is a miracle. So tonight I'm going to honor it by making up for the drinks I missed out on. I really want a burger now. Oh, juicy one. Yeah. Still need to get that corned beef I was talking about. Yes, this is still that same recording session. Yesterday's race turned into a disaster. Now the finals are postponed until further notice. Need me on pins and needles, why don't they? Just weird how, like, you're on the same table but not. But, like, can't speak to these guys. It just feels strange. Oh boy, everybody's drowning their sorrows in drink. Alcohol doesn't really agree with me though, so I usually stick with the mocktails and soft drinks. It really has been a hell of a day though. Fast forward to now and all of a sudden we're palling it up with the high bloods. I was wondering if that was the high bloods, yeah. Best case scenario, the Z1 Grand Prix will get to the end on a good note too. Well, ain't this just the pits? And not the racing kind, either. I was gonna say, no pun intended. I can't believe those crazy maniacs got the Z1 postponed. We spent the rest of the day burning rubber to blow off steam. It really worked up a thirst though, so we came back for some drinks. Still not enough to kill the pain though. I know, it is. You and me gotta ride the Ferris wheel together. They won't care if I've had a few pints, alright? Are you serious? Of course they will. You're plastered out of your mind. Oh, he still has more. So, what if I've been drinking? If I say I'm going on that thing, then that's where I'm gonna go. I ride around on four wheels all the time. How bad can one giant one be? Very bad. Normally, we'd be celebrating the closure of the Z1 Grand Prix, but that went out of the window after what happened yesterday. They did manage to nab all the terrorists, though, and the race is already slated to be rescheduled. Best of all, Maxim and Aslan made it out alright. Fingers crossed they tear up the track more than ever next time. There's ever a time to drink, it's now! I mean, what else are we supposed to do? The final race of the Z1 Grand Prix is postponed, and I don't even know for how long. I gotta get my racing fixed. Well, not tonight, obviously. Knocked back, too many for that. You're definitely looking sloshed. Try not to go too hard, you hear? Why can't you tell me that? By the way, Van, do you know anything about Lino's racer? The one who showed up way late? Felt like I recognized them from somewhere. Ooh, beats me. Don't worry about it too much. What I hear, it was someone they planted to catch the terrorists. Oh, was it really? Never mind then, I guess. Anyway, word is the CID rounded up all the jerks who put us into this fiasco to begin with. That's worth raising a toast for. Here's hoping they get the Z1 Grand Prix rescheduled ASAP. You know, we never did get to settle the score with Lucio and his crew. Michael Bull just got a pretty sweet tune-up, so I just might ask him for a rematch. Well, I'll have that and the Z1 Grand Prix to look forward to. Dun, dun, dun. Doris? When everything went wrong at yesterday's race, my heart almost stopped on the spot. Should have seen the previous iterations. Good thing Aslan wasn't hurt, otherwise it would have shattered instead. And those anti-immigration terrorists are totally out of control. I mean, come on. They ruined the Z1 Grand Prix all for their stupid cause. This is serious business here. One wrong step and we could have been toast. Burn my
Welcome
breath!
to the official Z1 shop.
A tire's grip is proportional to the amount of surface area that comes into contact with the ground. That's why the ones on Z1 cars don't have any grooves. They only work on highly maintained and racetracks now. You can never get the same level of performance on a public street. Oh, no. It would be disastrous. Oh, hello, you two. Oh, it's Elaine and the Arkwright Solutions team. We heard about what happened. Yeah, who would have thought the Kruger and Marduk would be starting fights in the capital? I mean, I guess I understand why it all went down, but cleanup's been a real bitch. Well, thank you both for all your hard work. I'm sure you must have been busy with other things as well. Oh no, it was nothing really. Well, I'm no Alvis, but we do what we have to, you know? Yeah, really. This is all my fault, huh? Allow me to offer my apologies as well. Hey, we know you two weren't really the ones behind it all. Plus, it's not like there were any civilian casualties either. Yeah, I have to say, that part was pretty impressive. Not to say it wasn't still bad, but... Anyway, we've been doing some investigating around town as part of the cleanup effort, just to make sure we didn't miss anything strange. So try and rest easy tonight, okay? Probably need all the strength you can get tomorrow. Don't know how much rest we can manage with a fearsome foursome sitting outside. Well, they don't seem to be up to anything malicious. We could probably just leave them be. Oh, like they had a little bit of extra dialogue as a result of speaking to the fearsome foursome, as he described it. Yeah. What was that? I missed that. Yes, we really appreciate all the help. Yeah. Of course. And if anything else pops up, feel free to give us a ring. Sucks what happened to the race yesterday. And since the CID had the whole investigation on lockdown, we couldn't even do anything to help. You know, I just had a thought. Don't they usually sell limited edition souvenirs based on whoever wins the Grand Prix? Wonder what they'll do now. I mean, probably not much. Oh, that's right. You're a big car guy too, aren't you? Were you rooting for Lino yesterday? Nah, a problem? Look, I know he's not as big as he used to be, but when I was a kid, there was this racer named Carlos. We don't exactly have time for a trip down memory lane right now, Elvis. Didn't you want to check around the circuit for some leads? Oh, yeah. Let's look by the Ferris wheel too. Good idea. No time to waste then. It would seem they have a pleasant evening ahead. I guess all we need is a breather every once in a while. What's up? Why are you guys looking at me like that? Anyway, we'll take things from here, Elaine. You just make sure to rest up for tomorrow. Once we're finished here, I should look over the requests we have on the back burner. Gotta do everything I can, that includes looking back at what happened today. The authorities are on high alert at the moment. Can't say I blame them, given what happened today. We've been keeping an eye out for suspicious characters too, of course. But we haven't really spotted any on our usual patrol routes. That's why we came here instead. After all, there's lots of places to hide at the Grand Circuit, like the Ferris wheel or behind the rock wall. Maybe I'm just imagining things, but I feel like me and Elvis have been flirting a lot tonight. No, he's just being a good co-worker. It's not that deep, Regina. I don't think I've ever seen her look so conflicted before. Don't worry, I'm sure she'll be just fine. I don't know about that. Turns out working to earn your keep isn't so bad. Race, ethnicity, social class, none of that makes a difference when it comes to good, honest labor. Perhaps I've had things all wrong this whole time. He's growing, he's growing.
Look around.
Something for Kincaid there.
Come back whenever.
Whenever? I made up my mind. From now on, I'm shelving my trains and collecting model Z1 cars instead. The guy in the leather, Lucio, told me to trust my guts, so that's what I'm gonna do. Aw, kind of nice influence from him there. That's nice. And we got up here. Hello. I highly recommend going on the Ferris wheel after dark. Seeing Edith's nightscape sprawl out beneath you is just beautiful. Can do that from the tower. It's odd though, that same scenery feels a lot more depressing when I'm riding alone on the clock. Oh. Oh, you two. Very sly of you, Munt. Getting our fathers to accidentally run into each other like this. And now we get to have a moment together too. Alsame provides funding for the Z1, so it only makes sense that Valis would take note of it as well. And that's just one of the many business ventures I can see our fathers having a shared interest in. It isn't hard to imagine what we can lead them into with a few shoves in the right direction. Oh my. Devious. I knew I was right to put my faith in you, Munt. That said, who could have guessed our fathers were friendly rivals when they were younger? It came as a shock for me too, but the important thing is that we can use it to our advantage. Harkening back to the mutual zeal they stoked in the past should make them a little more flexible. It's all uphill from here though. Our fathers will only come around if both sides stand to gain. Oh, I'm sure it'll happen eventually as long as we work together. We just have to keep at it, one step at a time. I'm right there with you. Then maybe someday we'll want to be with each other for real. Oh. For now, we'll just have to steer our fathers toward having a change of heart. Maybe then I can lay the groundwork for me and Kalaya to be together someday. Like, oh. It's like, mate, it's like... Never imagined we could have so much sway over our family affairs. Still, as much as I also want to do something about our father's squabbling, Munt seems particularly invested in it. Perhaps there's a hidden motivation for that. Yeah, there is. You keep an eye on him.
Well...
Hello? Race car drivers are so cool. They put their lives on the line every second they're on the track. Can't wait to be one. And then I'll get to feel the rush of an all-out death match too. Death match? What have you been telling him? Yesterday was a grim reminder of how dangerous the Zenith One can be. It didn't seem to be frightening my grandson much, but I'm getting second thoughts about supporting his dream of becoming a racer. Alright, you too. You again. Was our ill-fated encounter in Tharbad not enough? I could say the same, Daha. You only wish I'd chase your tail like a smitten little puppet. Or pup, even. Exactly what did you come here for today, anyhow? Or do I even need to ask? I have a sinking feeling that our purposes are identical, save for your relations with Velis. Well, would you look at that? Both of us were thinking of investing in the same market. What a kick in the head. Indeed, especially since I presumed you would be fixated solely on Velis's local commerce. As it currently stands, however, I wouldn't bat an eye if we came face to face in a business setting. Just like old times, eh? Could be worse, I suppose. But make no mistake, I've got every intention of using you as a stepping stone when the chips are down. Oh, that won't be enough to daunt me. If it's a challenge you want, it's a challenge you'll receive. Ha ha ha. Does he truly believe I'm foolish enough to invest in nothing more than Velis's trade and mines? What an insult. But oh well, locking horns on the same field after all this time should be entertaining enough. The frequency in which we keep chancing upon one another has risen to a ludicrous degree. As a nobleman of Elsame, I won't suffer this cad's blatant disrespect for our Grand Prince. But perhaps this would be an opportune way to take our feud in a more constructive direction. So, the final race has been delayed to a later date. My dream of a miraculous Red Star victory lives on. I beg to differ, Aslan is going to clinch it for Ingot this time around. Phew, as if Maxim could ever lose. ETWS has this in the bag. Guaranteed. Oh dear. What's a vending machine? You're friends of Maxim Lugan, correct? The speedway is closed today, but in this case, we can make an exception. Feel free to head in whenever you like. Oh. Right then. Yesterday's debacle blindsided us completely. Not once did we expect terrorists to infiltrate the raceway. It makes me ashamed to call myself a security guard. Maybe you should be ashamed. Good job, see? I knew you could do it. It's like, I'm stuck on the wall. What can I say? You taught me well. Oh dear. It's just how he's just there like, oh god. Nothing secret going on behind that. No. Right, let's go into the raceway bit. Ding, 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 ding. What do we got here? Ah, there's Aslan. How you doing? You're the group that chased after Maxim and me yesterday. Thank you again for that, truly. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't terrified, but after talking it over, Maxim and I managed to patch things up between us. Luckily, they were able to sort out the race itself without damaging his career, too. Good to hear there's no hard feelings. You really are a stand-up guy, huh? I wouldn't say that. If anything, my intentions were on the selfish side. See, Maxim was the one who inspired me to become a Z1 racer. He gave me the determination I needed to break out of a life of poverty and chase after my dream. It was good for, Maxim, though. He became a good inspiration. So in a way, he got you to where you are today. Yes, that's why it's important to me that we face off on the track fair and square. Luckily, it looks like we'll be getting a chance to do just that in the near future. I plan on polishing my skills in the meantime. That's so. Better make sure I don't miss it then. I hope we get to see that race, to be honest. The doctors say I need rest for at least 3 days while they monitor my condition. I couldn't just sit around and do nothing though, so I came back to the circuit instead. For now, I'll check in with Rodney and the crew. Plan to return to the track as soon as my body allows it. Those anti-immigration thugs tampered with our vehicle yesterday and left us none the wiser. It's just makes me want to kick myself for letting it happen. Aslan's already moved on though, so I guess I can't stay sour about it forever. The whole team's got to be in top form if we want to help Ingrid win this.
Well.
So what we got going up here? Oh, it's not I expected. Where's Maxim? Is he back? Have we already spoken to him? I can't remember now. I've noticed Maxim isn't flirting with you anymore, Leslie. That obvious, huh? We were never a thing though, so it's whatever. Believe it or not, I heard he's actually dropped the whole Playboy routine altogether. Guess that means I'll have to set my sights on Aslan instead. Really now? Seems a bit too straight-laced to bite the apple. Well, what about you, Lin May? Or Lin Me? Maybe? Something like that. Anybody you're pining after? Not especially, but if I did, I'd want them to have eyes for me and me alone. Someone from the pit crews could probably fit that bill better than any racer. Alright then. I wonder if you could see anywhere up the racetrack or something like that where it's there's a scorch mark. It just seems to go off way too far though. I mean, this is the straight, isn't it? Yeah. So, let's see if there's anything out and about down here left for us to venture around. Because honestly, I'm feeling like we should probably end this part here. And in the next part... No, you know what? Let's go to the Satan District.
Let's get going.
And view the scene there at least. Maybe we'll do the rounds in the next part though. Fitting into that half-hour thing we do now. You know. Oh, and there's Mirabelle. Ooh, look at all that food. Lovely. Are you really alright with us eating food this expensive? Of course I am. It's the least I can do as thanks for your assistance. After all, you two are the ones who managed to bring both our security chief and our concierge out of their days. Yeah, and since the GM is paying, feel free to eat whatever you'd like. Well, sounds like we got the all clear, Sarah. Let's dig in. But... and of course, you all deserve some thanks as well. It was no big deal. Yeah, well done, you guys. Perry, Rosette, how are you feeling? You two had us really worried. I'm glad our dance managed to reach you in the end. Yeah, we're fine now. Sorry for all the trouble I caused. I'd also like to apologize. I know words are hardly enough, but I'm incredibly grateful for what you did for us. Well, you're right about words not being enough. It took forever to snap you out of it. Still, I know it wasn't your fault, so don't go making that face, alright? Besides, this incident allowed me to confirm once again how indispensable you are to us. It's an honor to hear you say so, sir. Anyway, I can tell you guys are still pretty busy. Just try to remember the rest when you can, okay? Yeah, if anything else were to happen to you guys, Sarah might just get an ulcer. Shahina, we don't need to give them anything else to worry about. Gotcha. We'll do our best to stay out of trouble. Well, at least we were able to hear about what happened after the fact. I feel like we can rest a bit easier now that we know. Yeah, I do feel kind of guilty about all this, though. Stop right there, criminal scum. You violated the law. Pay the court a fine or serve your sentence. You can't keep beating yourself up about this. Yeah. We'll get to the root of the issue and then we'll yank it out. Like a root canal. Oh god, that was a painful thought. Ooh, why did I say that? So what's the plan now? Should we head back? Well, we still have a little more time. Why don't we make one more round before we go back? Sounds good to me. We'll head back once we hit a good stopping point. To advance the main story, select Discuss Plans at Monmouth from the travel menu. Right, and we'll see about doing that in the next part, after we finish the rounds up here in Satan. So, we shall see you over in the next part.
I never did get to see Sarah and Shahina perform.
I'm sure you'll get another chance. You can think of it as something to look forward to.
Yeah, you're right.
I'd be happy to accompany you when the time comes.
Ta-da for now.